So I kept this on a board a while back. I'm going to show how two Z's, one going that way, one going that way, makes a square. And we could see that as like symbiotic also with the name ZZ Top. If we look at this like a bird's eye view looking down. Now I'm going to connect the dots on this, how I see the letter A as a symbol, as also having to do with assemble, and also similar to programming, like we see assemblies. I'm going to tie this in with colors and how the sounds in symbiotics can reveal things from my third eye, which hopefully will ignite yours. I'm going to get into a lot of this stuff, the owl eyes, and even how that sounds like allies. And then I'm getting into sleep with the ZZ Top. We know that this has to do with time. I'm also getting into the hourglass and tying, and the feet having to do with assembling and grounding energy, and then also getting into speaking and thinking. An inner voice, how that's 10 letters, and we have L, and then we have the MN, like emanate in the wave, and then the O, and that L and O can be seen as low, Elohim, a lot of different ways, like binary code, but we could look at also this having to do bi-pole, like the two poles. I see that as Tubal Cain, and I'm going to get into the whole Cain and Abel here. I don't want to tongue twist because this is really deep, because as I see these patterns, I'm going to go with some more symbols here. Also seeing assemble and disassemble as the AD. There's a lot there, because when we do AD, that's 1-4, which is the letter N. Now when we look at the capital letter N, okay, that was paused. So basically inner voice, the 10 letters, we see the symbols with the lowercase LMNO. We see the 10, and this can also represent the head, heads and tails. Lowercase L also represents the eye, the coin. And then the P flip is the B. So we look at the sounds. MNOP, QRST with Christ. We have Christopher Columbus. And we see Christ offer. So we know that C and O, co, means with or width. And then we see con, too, dealing with knock and a whole lot of stuff. But we're also, I'm tying this into night and day, and also reflections. In different ways, I see the AD. And like in the word again, we have gain. They say gain sleep, counting sheep. I'm getting into that with the ZZ Top here. So we see waters above, waters below. So inner voice and inner voices is also inner voice is. So these are just vibrations popping out at me. But I'm tying that also in with the K, because I'm going to bring that into the kneecaps and how the feet I'm also going to get into B head and D feet and different words, how I see them. Also, think tank. Think tank. Now pop that. Can I move the screen? I don't know if I can move the screen. Reverse it. That's night. We look at this way. Night, like the H is silent. So we see tank, can't, can and can not. The K, can't with the K is to turn, like a key. I wrote this a while back. Whoa, I wrote this a long time, and I just went to South Beach. This was nowhere in the plans back then. So finding this is pretty cool to find this. Sound symbiotics, also getting into time. This is really deep. As well as the feet. And then we get to the fish symbol here. And what this means to me. I even look at the symbols of artists, and I believe in channeling, whether they think about it or not, and see how this, the patterns, looks like an S, but if you're looking from where this dude is looking from, this way, it's a Z. So I'm getting into also the chain, ZZ. So this is deep because I see that with beheading, and to me, this is my head deciphering. You know what I'm saying? Third eye minor energy. Let me click to the next. While I'm here, I also want to show how I'm relating this to how I deciphered play game from Alpha and Omega, and I'm putting this into usefulness like Kant, chess, nest. Was talking about with the bird's eye. All right, so like I wrote here, with the netters. So we look at Cain and Abel, also dealing with ability, scribbling some thoughts, a little scrappy. But Canaan was a slave to Abel, and then we got Can Answer is a slave to ability. Or Shem, where we see Mesh, which I was also dealing with the netters. This could be tying also to shame and pride. We also see the PM dealing with night. I just see that in Egypt too. I just see egg type. But hang on, let me get to the next. This symbol right here is kind of what sparked it. ZZ is, we could look at 8, 8, 16, and 1, 17, which get 1, 7, AG, dealing with again. I saw this relating to Born Again, and I'm just looking at the symbols. This card's got to get detailed, but dealing with the cross and the symbolism. So I'm going to tie this more into what I see with the alphabet. I'm going to keep this at 10 minutes because I do have to get into work, but also dealing with time and the right and the left and different symbols here. I'm going to tie in some more symbols as I go. This will just be a part one. I'll pick it up with a microphone and some more of my notes when I get my work done here with a pause and go. Getting more into symbols. Practical application, different ways I see B, C, and AD. Really getting into currency, which is now in a form that I see like juggling. So, and like give and take. So right now I'm grounding my energy and I'm about to come back. And so as I lay down this pause and go, it'll be pure lightning bolts. Thanks for checking my channel. This is Renegade to the next.